Hey, this is Tom Malloy. Okay, we're talking about producing. I'm producing two films concurrently right now, one in Texas and one in Austin, Texas, one in Nashville, Tennessee. And so we took a bunch of questions about people about specific to the production. And one question was how many days you're shooting and how many pages per day? And the answer there, and I'm trying to I'll apply it specifically to these films. First off, on the Austin film, it was about 24 days of shooting, so over a month. Obviously, when you're doing 5-day weeks, so it's basically a month and a week or so if you're talking about 5-day weeks. And then the Austin film, I believe, is sort of obviously 14 days or something like that. It's a smaller film and a smaller scope. When you're talking about shooting and the amount of days and the amount of pages, so much depends on the scope. A 4-page dialogue scene in a diner with two people could be done, and then you've knocked out 4 pages. It can be done easily with some camera setups that are pretty easy. But, there might be an action sequence that is an eighth of a page that takes a day to shoot, And so there's no hard and steadfast rule as far as what the amount of pages per day or anything like that. But what I would say is that on an independent film, you're going to have days 4 to say 12. 12 is really high. One independent filmmaker told me he did 16 pages in a day, which is that's insane, right? So 4 to 12, and obviously on the bigger level films with more pieces, more actors involved, you have a church sequence, you have a wedding scene or something like that, there's just going to be less pages that you're going to be able to accomplish because you have to get all the different angles and maybe the different reactions, the different entrances and all that stuff. So there's no hard, fast rule, but if you look at the dates of shooting, I'd say both scripts are around 110 pages, let's just say, and then you do the math, you divide it by 24 days of shooting, you go, okay, and then that's the one film, the other you divide by 14 days. Obviously, the one that's shorter has to do more pages per day. And the one thing I want you to know is that pages per day, that add on to extra days of shooting is money, right? The more days that you shoot, it's more money, right? And I'm having a teeny issue in Nashville because there's rain that's happening, and so they have to delay some scenes, and so they're getting less pages a day. The solution there is pickup days. Pickup days are when you schedule an extra day or two of shooting at the end that you didn't necessarily think you had to use, but you have them just in case. They're in the budget. If scenes were missed due to weather or something like that, you can pick them up right there. But that should answer the question as far as how many pages per day and how many days of shooting. There's no steadfast rule, but I haven't seen a movie that can be done in less than 10 days. And once you're starting talking about 30 and up, you're talking about much bigger budget studio films.